What is going on, everybody? It's the Bag of Tricks here. Welcome back to another video. We're back for 2021, 2022. I'm so stoked, man. I took a little break, needed a little me time, but I am charged up, amped up, and ready for this winter. I hope you guys all are as well. In today's video, we are going to be talking about my 3 favorite terrain parks that I've ever been to in North America. There are a few major disclaimers to consider before you watch this video. Number 1, I have not been to every single terrain park in North America, not even close. My list is limited, and if your favorite resort isn't on this list, it's probably because I haven't been there. It also could be because the terrain park sucks. I don't want to be that guy and to break your heart like that, so we're just gonna say I haven't been there. Number 2, I'm ranking this based on the terrain parks I had the most fun at. Not necessarily the terrain parks with the most amount of features, the biggest features, the highest quality features. That's not really what this list is. It's not the best terrain parks that I've been to, it's my favorite terrain parks. So keep that in mind as well. So at number 3, and this might shock a lot of people because this mountain is known as the skier mecca of the world, we have Park City. Going to Park City healthy for the first time last season was an absolute dream come true. I've been watching ski parks from Park City since the days that I thought Park City meant an entire city dedicated to terrain parks. The reason it comes in at number 3 on the list is pretty simple, and for a lot of people in my position that have been to Park City, you could probably agree with this, but I ski at Midwest Mountains. Midwest Mountains do not have huge features. You do not get scared coming into most features in the Midwest. Pretty much 99% of the features in the Midwest, I am not scared of at all. Going to Park City, that is completely different. Three Kings is an entire pro line. The features are huge, the jumps are huge, the rails are crazy challenge rails. I mean, it was gnarly, and just hitting those features, that's it. No tricks at all, was an accomplishment in itself for me and the guys I was with. So only being there for a day, it was very difficult to adjust to the size of things. Now they do have some progression features, but for the most part, Park City is not a progression terrain park. It is for people that are good at skiing, that want to become great at skiing. Would I love it if I got to spend a whole season there? Absolutely. It would probably jump up to number 1 on this list, no questions asked. But unfortunately, for me, most of my trips are only a couple days long, and it just wasn't enough time for me to ramp up and get used to the size, speed, and just pure terror I felt hitting some of the features at Park City. So that is why it is number 3 on the list. But that being said, it was absolutely immaculate. It looked like the X Games. There's a reason there's so many pro riders there. If you go on any given day, you will see pros. You'll get to talk to pros. It's an awesome experience. I highly suggest it to everybody, but there's still 2 places and 2 trips that I would rank above Park City. So let's hop into those. So at number 2 on the list is Mount St. Louis Moonstone in Ontario, Canada. This resort caught me completely off guard, and it's somewhere that I don't think a lot of people have heard of, so I really wanted to put it on this list. And I'm not just putting it at number 2 to give it some notice. I'm putting it at number 2 because it was an amazing experience. This is not a very large mountain at all, but that's one of the reasons why it was so damn fun, because they had the hot laps, man. The lift ride was so short, and the parks were so jam-packed full of features that you could get so many hits in a single day. It was absolutely absurd. But what I loved about it is I hopped in and I felt extremely comfortable on the size of the features there. It's one of the best progression parks. One of the best, not the best, we're gonna get into that next, but it's one of the best progression parks I've ever seen. And I think the thing that made it so damn fun for me was I was able to go and within the first few runs start throwing tricks on a lot of features there. And that's something that normally doesn't happen. Normally there's a ramp up time, I need to get comfortable, I need to get used to all the stuff because it's so different than what I'm used to. That wasn't the case at all at Mount St. Louis. There were features that were larger and scarier than anything I had ever done up until that point, but I ended up hitting those because of how confident I was due to the rest of the park and what I was able to do on the rest of the park. It just felt perfect for me and my skill level. Not only did I throw a lot of tricks there, but I think I learned a lot of tricks, which just sums up how comfortable and confident I was on those features at that terrain park. I had a blast at this terrain park, and I think anyone in the area or anyone that lives not too far away that hasn't heard of it or hasn't had a chance to go check it out should definitely do so, because like I said, it doesn't matter what skill level you are, you will have a fun time at MSLM. All right, drum roll please. And the number 1 terrain park. My favorite terrain park of all time it's gonna be North Star at Lake Tahoe. So if Mount St. Louis was amazing in terms of a progression park, North Star is even better. And the reason for that is the laps at North Star are so freaking long. It's unbelievable. I mean, just go watch the Torstein Horgmo top to bottom video and you'll understand what I'm talking about. I don't even know how many hits you can get in a single run in a row without, you know, snaking around to hit certain features or hiking back up a little bit to hit certain features. No, this is just one solid line of features that flows from top to bottom, and to top it all off, it ends with a super pipe at the bottom of the park, at least when I was there. Absolutely insane. It starts from tiny rails and gets to pro-sized features down at the bottom if you choose. The great thing about it is the main park line splits off into like 3 directions near the bottom. You have your pro line, you have your mid-size line, and then you got smaller stuff on the left. They have a dedicated high-speed quad just for this one chunk of the mountain, and that whole chunk is terrain park. And there's trails all over, side connector trails, main trails, that all have features. I mean, it was like everywhere I looked, there was a new feature that I hadn't had the chance to hit yet. And honestly, there's no way I hit all the features there. We rode park for a solid entire day, and there's no way I got even close to hitting all the features there. It's pretty wild, and I think the reason I loved it so much is because for me, it was like, all right, at the top of the run, I start with stuff that I hit day in and day out, and I'm super used to, and then it just gradually got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and then I was hitting stuff that was bigger than anything I'd ever hit, but it felt so simple and so natural because it builds up so smoothly. It was beautiful. It was amazing. It was a blast. I can't wait to go back. I think the plan is to go back this season, and I'm so stoked to get there. One thing I will say about North Star is your legs will be gassed by the end of the day, by the end of the first run probably. The weather is prime. It's sunny, it's slushy, it's warm. You see the North Star videos, you know what I'm talking about. It's the dream, man, and Lake Tahoe is absolutely gorgeous, so that gives it a bump up as well. But there it is, guys, my 3 favorite terrain parks that I've ever been to. Let me know down below in the comments what your favorite terrain parks are. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video. It's great to be back. We're gonna be pumping out content all season long, so stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace.